Go sit down. Okay, hello again. Welcome to Tea Time Tuesday. Let's do it this way. I'm trying to get you guys into what you probably can't see the top of my head. I don't know. Okay, anyway, doing something a little bit different here. Only because, like I said, it's kind of hard to, I feel like you can't see my head. Hold on. I'm just going to tilt you guys a little bit like that. Or maybe down. No, I think you're okay right there. That's fine. That's good enough for now. Still practicing with my new phone. My new camera. Because my other one just conked out on me. It just wasn't showing my the view lens. Yeah, the one that you flip up and down, it was working for very little, and then it just stopped. It just didn't want to do anything anymore. Okay, so we are just drinking regular tea. I don't have a flavored tea this time. I do already have a lemon in there, and I have 2 sugar cubes in there. So I am just going to pour my tea right into everything. I just wanted to try the tea with the lemon. I don't know, for some reason it just looks pretty. I don't know what it is. So, and it's already floating up. It looks so cute already. And then all I had, because I'm really hungry, and I know lately I've been introducing a lot of sweets, but I'm like, I don't want to eat sweets all the time. I want to eat food, because that's what I'm about. I like eating, but I like eating food. So I made myself some tuna sandwiches, and I have some Polish ham wrapped with salami and cheese, some pickle, some butter pickles, butter and herb pickles. And then I also have, which I am introducing you only because it's not, what do you call it? It's not sweet. It's this mandarin orange cups. And this is what I got from Dollar Tree not too long ago. So I did open a couple of them up only because, as a snack, because I really wanted to taste one. I think I had one with something else, and then I had one just because I was hungry. So they come, I'll show you. They come in these little, they're from Dollar Tree, $1.25. They come in these little cups like this. But one thing I did realize that because it seems like it has a lot of juice. So if I were you, I definitely will put it like in a little bowl, because once you open it, you have to really open it slowly because the juice just spills. It just spills right out. So don't open it like if you're, right on the table without having, something underneath, because it will spill. I already spilled quite a bit of it already. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my napkin like the way you should. You're gonna put it on your lap, of course, and I'm gonna give this tea a go because, like I said, it's just the idea of the lemon in there, because I seen this one guy. I think they're old videos of him, and he's called the Royal. Darn it. The Royal, what is he? Oh, gee, I forgot oh my God. I forgot what he's called. Anyway, he's like a servant. Oh, the Royal Butler. And I remember seeing like really young videos of him, but I never really watched them. But all his latter ones, all his late, even though they're still old, he caters to his dogs. Like Dutch, they're like Dutch dogs. They have that wiener kind of look dogs, and he has like 5 of them. But he has these 2, and he caters. He's a butler to the dogs, in other words. I find it like so funny. I'm like, really? So I'm gonna give this. I have not had what do you call it? I have not had regular tea like for the longest time. Now I like tea, but I like flavored tea. That's how come you always see me, buy the flavored pack, what is that called? The variety, because I like, raspberry, blueberry, chamomile, things like that. So let's give this a go. Haven't had this for a long time. Oh, you want to know what? I have drank a lot of tea for a lot of years, but I never ever thought of putting lemon in there. I never thought of putting a lemon in there, like ever. And now I can see why. I think what happens is that, when you drink regular black tea, it's kind of sharp. It has that bitter taste. But when you put a lemon, it takes away that bitterness, and you know that bitterness is like gone instantly. You don't taste it. And so that was good to know. So I just made myself a couple like finger sandwiches, and all it is just usually they don't really set them down like this anymore. They have them like this. So I noticed, cause I watched this what's her name? Rana Ricketts, and she goes to all these tea places where they have the scones and the sweets and the chocolates and the sandwiches. And I noticed when they plate the sandwiches, they're no longer flat. They have them up like like this in a triangle, which I thought it's more sensible because you can grab it. Unlike I just saw how I just had a difficulty just trying to pick that one up off the plate. But when it's like this, it's easier to grab. Now, the only reason I like the finger sandwiches is because they're fast, they're easy, and they fill you up, okay? They really do. I mean, you could have any kind. It's just tuna, lettuce, and tomato. I wish I had something else on there. Maybe I should have put a red onion in there just to give it a little kick. One other thing I do like doing, and I like to toast my bread. I don't know why. I mean, I can just have it, just white or wheat or a pumpernickel or a rye. Oh, I love rye. Again, these are really good. For $1.25, you can't go wrong with these. And the syrup, it's really light. So it's not thick like, like usually you have the, I should have bought my knife. You have like a pear knife, pear juice, you know how you get there, or that peach, when it comes in a can, the syrup is really, really thick. You don't have that with this. Mmm. Mmm. I didn't have breakfast today, so yeah, I'm hungry. Mmm. 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 I did want to talk to you a little bit about the Exile for Dreamers. Mm. I had these butter pickles like for a while, and they're still crunchy. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, let me get on that real quick. So when I was reading what do you call it? Did I have hair in there? My hair flew in there. Okay. So when I was reading about the Exile for Dreamers, well, let me just read it to you like I normally do. I'm just gonna read it. So, it was called. We were on chapter 20, and as you remember, Danenska was captured, and they brought her to the Saranji house, and they kept her. She was in shackles, and they had her in the chambers down below the house. So the Mr. Chadwick, and I think he's the magistrate. I think he was like the police officer, and his son came in because apparently Tess had another one of her dreams. But of course it was all a ruse because she was trying to hurry up and tell them to come over here so they can not only convey a message to the magistrate and his son, but, excuse me, whew, see, that's a good burp. You don't do that when you're eating, fast foods. At least not all the time. Anyway, what do you call it? And to get them to come out, because remember, they're dealing with this whole deception thing. So they come out and they're like, oh, well, what happened? She's like, oh, I had another one of those dreams, and Napoleon's going to launch an attack, and so forth. So the reason they were trying to lying to them was because they want them to order some more army help or soldiers helps. Anyway, so now after they finally said, well, thank you for warning us, thank you for telling us, is there anything else? She said no. She even tried to make it seem like it was really a severe situation, and it was very frightful, and she tried crying but no tears would come out. She didn't think like she really did like really transform the look on her face that she wanted to give them. But Mr. Ranji said, don't worry, you did a good job. So now it was time to face Danenska, and it was more deception, more lying. So Mr. Ranji Emma asked her Tess for her dagger, because she usually has like a dagger on her thigh, and she goes to why. Tess looked at Emma and said, well, are you afraid I'm going to use it on her? She told Tess to take her food downstairs, because she said, no, it's not that, but, just take her food downstairs, because if it comes from you, she'll think like you're being nice to her. So then she goes, well, she felt like, well, you didn't have to take the knife, because she wasn't going to, she can't. In other words, Danenska can't hurt her anymore, so it's not like she was going to try to do anything to her. So as she went down, she was, Emma was saying that the dungeons were, or they were letting us know that the dungeons at Sarangi house was like so old that it basically was built around the Tudor years. They're letting us know. The dungeon was gray stone, was held in damp and cold. It was damp and cold even in the summer. Mold, crept through the cracks, sludge like moisture all over the walls. So Tess teases and tells Danensky, oh, look at you now, you're reduced to sleeping on the floor. And despite the stench, Danenska smiled, no less, at Tess, it's no big thing, So then, I'm surprised, Emma, that you trust me. I'm surprised, Emma, Sarangi trusts you alone with me. She also knew that Tess always carried a dagger, I guess. So then they just sat, talking about feelings and how they used to treat each other when Danenska used to live there as one of the pupils. And they were, and so Danenska tells her, oh, we should catch up and you should tell me about your dreams. How are your dreams doing these days? Like, they were close. So Danenska knew about the dreams that she would have. She also told Napoleon about Tess's dreams, and she was like, what? And that how it intrigued him. And of course, now Tess was upset, and Napoleon no less wanted to meet Tess, and she was trying to convince Tess to go to Paris with her, but at the same time she was hearing hammering and the sound of metal being pounded outside. And then she let Tess know that hence the henchmen had a simple task and they botched it up, that because they almost killed Tess, and that's not what Danenska wanted. So she called them idiots, because that wasn't like part of the plan. And so then they just started talking about more things, and then, oh, we should get together, we should catch up and talk about old times. And then she goes, and then she knew about how she felt, teasing again Tess about Gabriel, like why Gabriel, because Gabriel's the one that she wanted to really kill because of Lucien, the younger brother. So now Tess, wiping the fraction, but so again, they're trying to help Danenska escape, and in order for her to do that, they're trying to be nice to her. She even smudged a little bit, on the corner of a window, so that even though she didn't have a long length of chains to look out the window, but long enough that she could peek through to see what they were doing, trying to give her, like, you need to escape, you need to do this, you could tell Napoleon so we can, attack you guys, in other words. So then, Tess ended up leaving, and then Miss Ranji wanted to know how it went. And she goes, oh, I guess it went pretty good. And, you know, I guess she fell for it. Now she should be looking out through the window and see what's going on. And hopefully try to plan her escape, I guess. And so then it just ended with that chapter that she ended up just joining the other girls out there because they were still pounding on that weapon that they're trying to work on. And Gabriel was out there, and she was like, kind of like, Danenska was right, you know, Tess was kind of in love with Gabriel, but she didn't want to admit it. And, you know, every time she saw him, and she would, like, you know, her legs would get weak and everything like that. And she's like, she would give anything to be in his arms, but because of her situation, not being able to marry and all that, she didn't want to get close to him. But he did finally see her and asked her if she wanted to take a walk, you know, in the gardens. And she's like, what, me? Take a walk with you? You know? And because they're always bickering. So, and that's where it was left off, that, you know, they went for a walk in the garden. We'll find out what it is that they were talking about, and we'll see how far it gets. But, yeah, that's it. That's it for now, guys. And, God, I only ate that little bit, but you know what? I think what got me full was the talking. Not so much the meal. But there is something I wanted to show you real quick. Let me see, we have 22. I think we have a few more minutes. I did end up doing a thrift haul video and a Cook Brothers video. And I did mention that I had gotten, that's upstairs. I had gotten some cards, and here they are.